Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back. Thank you for many of you. Some of you have subscribed. I appreciate the love and the support. Today I'll be showing you how to make this cute hair piece. I think it's perfect for like wedding or baby shower or bridal shower or prom or sweet 16. So whatever you want to wear to, and it adds a cute touch to your hairstyle. And I will list the material and where the items that I got these from. Alright, so these are the material. I will list the descriptions below. So alright, for these flowers I bought like a string that has some mesh. So each flower has about 6 petals. So what I'm going to do is I use this snippers and this carefully goes to the find a piece of thread, and then you just carefully separate them. That way you can work. See, it's not that bad. It's very easy, and you just separate them. And again, use something sharp, but be careful, don't cut on the flowers. Just cut the piece of thread to separate them. Okay, alright, so I separate all these, and let's put this on the side for now. Okay, alright, so first I like to cut my wire about I say about 26 inches, and just so I can have enough to work with. Alright, so I take one 4mm bicones in crystal, one in pink, and then one in silver. So bring all these three to the middle of your wire. So you hold the two edges and bring them to the middle like this, and then you hold these three beads together, and then just twist them about which, you know, the length that you want. Here I twisted about 7-8 times. Okay, this is how it looks. So next, take either wire, and then I take the 6mm bicones. Either wire is fine, and then you just hold the beads and then just twist the wire until it meets the middle piece. Once it meets the middle piece, you hold these two together and then just twist it about, again, maybe 5 times. So now, since the beads on this side, so I want to take the opposite wire, and I'm gonna pick, so I pick rose the same size as this one, 6mm, and bring it about 1/2 inch, and then twist it. The thing is, I try to stay with 2 or 3 colors the most. You don't want to go too crazy and, you know, mix all different colors. So you want to stay about, I don't know, 2 to 3 colors. So now this is how it looks so far. And next one, I'm gonna use the triangle crystals, which you don't have to. I don't have any light blue bicones. If you do have bicones around, feel free to use it. Again, since the pink one is on this side, so I'm gonna grab this opposite wire and do the same thing. Alright, this is how it looks so far. And then I'm gonna grab the opposite wire. I'm gonna grab a bigger bicone. This is in crystal, and I think it's 8mm, so it's a bigger. So the thing is, I start small, the top, the small side, and gradually it gets bigger and bigger. You can do whichever way you want, but that's my idea. sometimes if you think that the new piece you're gonna make is gonna be longer than this, you can always twist this one a little bit, and then once you meet in the middle, again twist it about 4 to 5 times. So this is so far. So I just want to give you the way I usually do. If the flowers, for instance, these are the flowers I'm going to use. If the flower has some purple, blue, pink, white, you can actually use beads with the colors that already have in your flowers. So here I'm gonna be more focused on blue, pink, and white. So again, I'm not finished with this one yet. So my next one will be this shape. This is 7 by 15 millimeters. This one you want to start from the front. When I say the front, you feed the wire from the front, and then you turn around to the back, bring it to whichever length you want first. Okay, hold it right there, take the same wire, feed it through the next hole, okay. Once it's there, you turn the wire like that, then you just twist the wire. Okay, and my next one is I'm going to use the same size, but this time it's going to be in blue. Again, you face the beads upside down, and you feed from the bottom, hold first, okay, bring it to the whichever length you want, and you just feed the other wire, and you do the same thing, hold together and twist it. They're actually pretty easy to work with. So now I am going to leave this one right here. I'm gonna make another piece, the same style. So I'm gonna make 2 sets of these. So my next set is, since it's gonna be opposite way, I am gonna do the same. Start with the same like this. Then next one, instead of silver, I'm gonna do pink. Just alternate it different. Just like instead of silver, I do pink. Instead of pink, I'll do silver. And then this blue is gonna be on this side, and this bicone is gonna be on this side, and this one's gonna be on this side. I'll show you in a minute. Alright, this is the second set. Like I said, I am doing opposite. Instead of blue on top, blue on the bottom. Okay, so the next step is that I want to put these 2 pieces to this piece, to the comb, and with the flowers on each side. So I'm going to show you one side at a time. So here, what I'm going to do first, I find out that it's better if these flowers already have like loops there. So I am going to take one of the wire, go through that loop about I said 4 times. Go to that loop. So take the same wire, go into that loop. So that's 1, 2, 3. So I went 4 times. Once I went 4 times, you hold the same wire with that same wire and then just twist it. The same thing like you did with the beads. The reason I went 4 times is that it will hold the flowers in place better. and then you just twist in the middle. Once it's done, you twist it a few more times, and you're just gonna tie it to the comb. So now take one of the wires. So I'm gonna take the bottom one first. I'm just gonna go around to the wire. I mean, not to the wire, to the comb. And the other one, I'm going back this way. That way it secures this piece. So one. So you kind of see where the wire is, to make sure you twist it. Pull it neatly, but don't push it too hard. And that's pretty secure. So I'm going to do the same thing, and then once it's done, you can push the flowers to hide the, to fill the gap, I guess. So now I'm going to do the same thing on this side with these flowers. So again, I'm going to go through 4 times like I did. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. Okay, I'm doing the same thing. I take one wire, feed from the bottom, just like a few times, it doesn't have to be a lot. And the second wire, you go in opposite direction. That's pretty good. So next step is remember the petals that the metals that we cut earlier. So I want to put this like in the middle. So I'm gonna cut 26 inches of wire. Now bring the 2 edges together, and then find the middle piece and just kind of wrap 1 or 2 times. It doesn't have to be secure at this point. On the end of the wire, you take one petals, and you push the wire slowly. I know it's going to be a little bit challenging, but you can do it. So once you do that, and you bring it slowly, be careful, don't let your wire twist it. So you bring to the middle like that, right? And then you take the next petal, you do the same thing. The challenge part. So once you push the petals all there, you want to go back to the same each one. Okay, slowly. So you want to go back to each petal. So like this one, I want to go back. And then the next one, I don't know if you can see it. So you're going back without reposition them. See, that brings me all the way back here. So now you slowly and pull your wire. Sometimes you have to guide it. There you go. Now it's pretty secure. Secure it. Okay. So now the next step is I want to fill in the gap. By me saying fill in the gap is that this section is kind of empty, this is kind of empty, so I want to add more like beads around it. So I'm gonna work from the bottom with this wire. So I'm gonna grab these seeds beads. They've been sitting here for a while. I'm gonna grab, I don't know, I want to say about, I don't really count, but I want to say about 20 pieces. So actually right here it's about 26 pieces. And you push them together. This piece, you just twist them. Twist it until the wire gets all the way to the end. Okay, so So just keep twisting it. So now it's like a petal, right? Once you put flowers, so it's kind of hiding a little bit. So it's like a, I don't know, a leaves, I guess. And then once you get to the end, I go around one more time. Two times cone. Now I'm gonna add another bead. This time I am going to use, this has some blue shades. It's teardrops crystals. So this one I'm gonna bring it shorter, so it's gonna be right there. And then again you hold this piece, and these fingers you hold the bottom and just twist it. The same thing, twist it until it gets all the way to the end. You can't twist anymore. Once you get to the end, then you take the same wire and you go around twice like that. And then actually the next one I'm gonna do is the teardrop crystals. I think that fits better right there, so I'm gonna let it sit right there and then twist it. Pretty much the same techniques until you can't twist it anymore. Then you take that same wire and go around the hair combs 2 times. Okay, so I think that bottom one, I like the way it looks right there. So now I'm gonna do the same thing. So all this wire, I'm not gonna cut them yet. Now the top wire, I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna do this petal up here, and then I'm gonna do this one, crystals. So I'm gonna repeat the same steps. Alright, so I did both ways the same. So now with excessive wire, I still want to fill in the gaps. So I think the teardrop crystals are perfect to fill in the gap. So here I'm gonna add on this side. At this point, if you're confused which wire you're using, I guess it doesn't really matter. I find it's easier if you turn it upside down like this and then twist it. Yeah, if you don't know which wire you're working with, so whichever that wire, that it doesn't matter which wire that you're working with at this point, you just want to fill in the gap and use the longest wire, I guess. So this one is pretty short already, so most likely I won't be able to use it anymore. So I'm gonna go over the cone a couple times and then just let it sit there until I find another wire that can. So I guess you can leave it right there for now. I think it's pretty good. So I'm gonna take, since this wire are pretty short already, so I'm gonna take those 2 wires, hold together and twist it. Just keep twisted. I hope it's not too confusing. So just twist it until about 1 inch, and then you can trim it. And you can always cut the wire to whichever length you want. So right now I am gonna leave it right there. Okay, so I'm gonna take my cutter and then just snip it. So now this one I can't work anymore, so I'm gonna leave them right there. And this wire, I am probably gonna bring this wire down this side so I can add more crystal on this side. So since I add this one, I want to add something over here too. So I'm gonna pick the same thing, teardrop crystals, bring it down, and okay, so I was able to bring my longest wire to this edge, to the other wire. It gets really short. That's not what I wanted, but I have no choice. So now I'm gonna twist these two together all the way to the end. The idea is, like I said, I just want to hide the edges of the wire. So now I'm just gonna twist them together. It doesn't matter, I guess it doesn't matter how tall, how long the length's gonna be. Just the ideas is just to hide the edge. So you can have like a once, you know, cut it like that. And yes, it's not the length that I want, but at least it gives me a good space to grab a small crystals, maybe size 4mm bicones, like the one that we use for the flowers. So for that, you know, I put glue later on, I put glue and then just hide it like that. Like again, it does not have, the crystal doesn't have to show. The idea is to hide the edges, okay? I think it's actually a pretty good piece right here, but I just find since I have a little bit of wire to work with, I think I want to fill this gap right here with another teardrops crystal. This time I use it in white. If you don't have it, no problems. So what I'm gonna do is I'll take, they're the same length wire right now, so I'm gonna use either one, but I would recommend you use the longer one if you happen to have the longer one. So this time I'm gonna bring it down over here and twist it. And after this, I think it's pretty much it. I don't think I could add any more beads because I'm pretty much fill all my gaps and I'm pretty much run out of wire. So again, I'm gonna bring this wire closer to this one and then I'm gonna twist them together. Again, I'm gonna do the same thing, hold those two together, twist it. Since this one will gives me a little bit of extra to work with, so I can twist to whichever length I want and then I can trim it from there. That's pretty good, so I'm gonna trim it right there. Alright, so we're almost done. The next step is I use E6000 and so E6000, so take that edge that we just cut and dip it, glue a little bit there. Okay, not too much, I think I put too much right there. And I'm using pink, so you want to insert halfway, don't push it all the way to the edge because now so you have some glue here. I just use my finger, kind of like clean it, and I do the same thing for this side. Just dab your glue right there. The same thing, I'm going to use this pink one. Insert halfway. Okay, and the last piece, the same thing, but this one I'm going to use smaller crystals because I can't really see it, so I don't want to really waste nice crystals. I'm just going to use, you know, a cheaper one, smaller one, and it doesn't have to be visible. The idea is just to hide the edges, so that's good. So now you have to, before you use, you have to let it sit at least 24 hours for glue to work. So my next step is I'm gonna use these flowers and put this in the middle. This time I am going to use hot glue. Okay, so this is the final steps. So I take the hot glue and I'm gonna put, it's kind of hard to do with one hand, so I'm gonna put glue all around that felt. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put it right in the middle, the flowers, and then just gently press to secure it. And that's pretty much it. And it's actually, so this is the finished piece, guys. I'm sorry this video is a little bit too long than I anticipated, but you know, if you have the patience, it's worth it. Again, once your glue is dry, you can kind of gently twist your wire to whichever way you want. I think it came out pretty good. I love the colors. See, like the inside is not that bad, it's not messy looks. So if you like the videos, please share with your friends. And yes, I'm gonna try to make upload or make one video each week, and I'm new to the YouTube channel, so bear with me. And again, thank you for your support, thank you for stopping by.